What up guys, Super Metal 1983 here bringing you another CD review from Sunland, and I've got a few things that I'd just like to mention before I move on with the CD review. First off, as you can notice straight away, I'm in another location again, but this time it's a permanent one what I'm going to be using for my CD reviews, vocal covers, promotions, probably even updates and purchases, and other videos of relating to music. But in other music sort of related videos, bass covers and guitar covers will be done over next to my desk because I've got a good camera angle for that, but this one seems fitting with the music, especially with the array of posters I have behind us and just the lighting. It seems good, so let us know what you think. I hope you like it. Also, as you noticed, I think one or two people may have noticed, in my last video, and indeed this video, and probably upcoming future videos, there is no intro. And there's a simple reason behind that. I've missed doing videos because I can't edit my intro in, because Windows Live Movie Maker still doesn't like my computer for some reason. So I'm just going to leave it for now until I get it sorted. But I want to get some music out there for you to check out, and other bands for you to check out as well. So yeah, so videos are going to be more constant. I'm going to try and get as many reviews as I can, but not to overrun myself in such a way. So now, let's get on with the CD review. This is a good one for you, and this is what I'm going to be reviewing for you today. Yep, pretty good colour. Yeah, this is the debut album from the band Infant Annihilator. This is called The Palpable Leprosy of Pollution. This is released under Total Deathcore Promotions. Now, if you don't know Infant Annihilator, they are a three-piece studio band, I believe hailing from the UK. All of them. I'm not sure about Dan Watson. I couldn't find some information about him, but yeah, really good band. They play a very brutal but technical style of deathcore, and they're one of the bands of early this year when I first got into them that really made us really respect the deathcore genre again. This band is so crushing, it's unbelievable. Right, this album, it runs around the 50-minute mark, 50 plus minutes, and it's about 16 tracks. Well, it isn't about. It is 16 tracks long, and from track 1, Newborn Porn, all the way to Paedophilic Supremacy, you're in for one of the most brutal, most punishing rides of your life. Now, I first got into this band due to one of my good friends. We were just about to go out drinking, and I asked him simply, what bands have you been getting into recently? And he was like, have you heard of the band Infant Annihilator before? And I was like, no. So he put up one of the songs, and the song was the, I think the 14th track, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the 14th track, called Decapitation, Fornication, which I might add only hit a million views a couple of weeks back, so I'll put the link in the description to that music video, and also the making of it, because it's absolutely freaking hilarious. And he showed me it, and I was like, yeah, it's some really good deathcore here. And then when I got to the breakdown, I was like, this is some really heavy fucking shit. And I had to own it on CD, so I checked whereabouts I could get it. Amazon, Play.com, HMV, the lot. Couldn't find it anywhere. And then I find that you can buy it on the Total Deathcore Bandcamp, which I'll also link down below. And it was out of stock. And I was quite bummed about that, because I really wanted to own it in my collection. And then news got out that they were restocking it, so I was like, get in. So I asked my dad if he would order it. At first he was like, no, because it's an American website, and he doesn't like ordering off American websites due to some of the problems that we had with brutal bands. But I was like, no, Dad, you don't understand, I really need this in my collection. And he was like, fine. So he orders it, and it arrived a couple of weeks later. Yep. And it came with a Total Deathcore sticker, a logo, which I'll show you in a minute. But that's the artwork, and on the back you got the track list, the Fuck a Fetus Productions logo, and also the Total Deathcore logo. Awesome stuff. And I'll just take it out of the case so you can see. Actually, I'll show you the CD first. Yeah, really well made CD for a not a very well known promotion company, but they deserve some support. So yeah, really good artwork there. And the lyric book, which I'll just get now. There's the artwork. Really good stuff. It's not like gory or out, it's just simple. I like it. And you got that sort of symbol design on the back. I really like that. Looks good. And then inside you've got basically a fold out with a picture of the lads. This is Eddie Pickard, Aaron Kitcher, and Dan Watson. Eddie Pickard plays the bass and the guitar. Aaron Kitcher does the drums, and Dan Watson, he does the vocals. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. And it's got a thanks list in here. All the equipment that they use, I think. Yeah, pretty cool. And also some mentions there, which I'll get to in a second because it has something to do with the album. So yeah, as soon as I got it, stuck it on my iPod, and without a shadow of a doubt, I've even checked this a number of times, this is my most played album in my iTunes or on my iPod. Generally my iPod. It's the most played. And the reason for this is, as I said before, it's extremely crushing. It's got really slow but evil, deadly breakdowns in it. Especially in songs like the title, the one after the band, Infant Annihilator, or One Infant Annihilator, Horseborn, Bloodline Defiled, Embryonic Fetish, which features Alex Tien, which he is also part of the band that Aaron Kitcher and Eddie Pickard are also in, called Black Tongue, which is like a down-tempo, hardcore style band. And yeah, really good stuff. But he used to be a vocalist in Mr. Sister Fister, who I believe eventually changed their name to Black Tongue. I could be wrong on that. And also Immeasurable Fetal Mutilation and Torn from the Womb. Now that's a good song. I've really been getting into that song a lot recently. Really heavy song and really evil, sick and twisted lyrics. It's amazing. I absolutely love it. And one of the best songs for me is Cuntcrusher. That's one of the well-known songs on the album, and I'll leave a link to the playthrough of guitar and bass, guitar and drums down below. But yeah, really check out those songs. Awesome songs. Obviously, Decapitation, Fornication, and the Palpable Leprosy of Pollution, which features Bill Williams. Is it? Yeah, Bill Williams, who is also of the band Thy Devourer, which I would really recommend you check them out. I may do a promotion for those guys in the future. Who knows? And also there's another guest appearance on this album from Lucas Mann, who's also part of the band Rings of Saturn. He features on the song Flared and Consumed, which is a really techy, for all those technical death metal fans out there, that's your type of song. Excuse me. Just needing a drink there to moisturise my throat. And Bill Williams features on the Palpable Leprosy Pollution, which is the title track, as I think I said. Could be wrong on that. The drums are played on a electric kit, if I'm not mistaken, but a really, really thick sound, especially to the breakdowns. Really fast-paced drums, like ridiculously fast, like Origin or Brain Drill or even Flesh God Apocalypse style, which shows up in Aaron Kitcher's influences, so that kind of explains it there. A really nice, twangy but really full sounding bass tone played. You can hear on Decapitation, Fornication especially. Some really, really nice licks being played on there. The bass sounds very individual on this album, if you ask me. Well, that's just my opinion. The guitar is very, very loud, very crushing sounding, and very smooth as well. like especially on the song Cuntcrusher, with those slight brutal death metal riffs. You've just got some really awesome chugs there, and I really love it a bit. Vocal wise, you've got some of the most incredible vocals from this guy. Dan Watson, his highs are ridiculously high, and they're pretty much like a crossover between Mitch Lucker and Mitch Lucker of Suicide Sounds, obviously, rest in peace, and also Trevor Schnard from the Black Dahlia Murder. But his lows are even more ridiculous, really evil vocals, and the gutturals don't even get started there. It makes so many brutal death metal vocals just seem like, yeah, that's just that. But his just sound even more eviler and very vindictive, if you ask me. It just sounds like he's just like on Decapitation, Fornication's breakdown. You just one long guttural, and I'm just like, how the fuck can you do that, mate? But yeah, really good vocal performance, really good songwriting, and just collaborating every single element of the deathcore genre that everyone knows and loves into one, and just made it just incredible. And for that reason alone, the album of the Palpable Leprosy of Pollution by Infant Annihilator, I'm gonna give a 10 out of 10. Because this is, without a shadow of doubt, my favourite deathcore album of all times. If I'm in a deathcore mood, this is always on. Without a shadow of a doubt, I'll usually go straight to this. And I'm going to let you on a little hint. I spoke to Aaron Kitcher at Trillions in Newcastle when Black Tongue was supporting Excess for Eyes. And I told him this, and I said I was going to unreveal it soon. But here it is. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to point out that this, Infant Annihilator, the Palpable Leprosy of Pollution, is my album of the year for 2012. This is what deathcore is to me. No matter if it's studio, no matter if it's sped up, if they can put out something really good, and if they ever do a live tour, which I've been hearing rumours they may end up doing it, if they do, then that makes it even better. But for now, this is definitely my album of the year for 2012. I just say it. Really thanks to Aaron Kitcher, Eddie Pickard, and especially to Dan Watson. Well, basically all the guys in Infant Annihilator, and also for putting some good guest appearances on there. Really well done, lads. You deserve it, and I'm hoping when you bring out another album soon, it will match this, but I'm sure it will. So, yeah, congratulations to Infant Annihilator for winning my album of the year for 2012. Really congratulations, lads. Yous deserved it. So I'll see you until the next video, and that will be coming up soon. I've got a couple of reviews in mind, so keep an eye on my channel. But for now, this concludes my album review of The Palpable Leprosy of Pollution, released in 2012 by Infant Annihilator. Yeah. And remember, let me just put the CD down. Stay metal!